This shit a cash business. Ain't no discounts. Ain't no returns.
What do you look like?
Them young boys, about my height, maybe taller. He could have been shorter too. Jacket, white joints with the words and shit in the back.
The words say.
I'm supposed to know, officer. In case you ain't noticed, I'm high as in Georgia Pine right now.
So no one saw anything?
Some junkie from the neighborhood said he saw a kid. But he was so high at first he thought he was in Central Park, not Baisley.
All we got is some crackhead who was high as a kite, who thinks he remembers seeing a kid but can't give us any real description.
Yeah. Let's go, Sam. This guy?
He was in a holding cell. It felt hard to me. Plus, I got some real shit to rhyme about now.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 2. Sam, the crackhead, he is going to be a problem. We're going to talk about that in today's video. I want you guys to leave those predictions for his character and how you see this whole storyline playing out with Sam, most likely remembering what happened that night and knowing that Kanan was the one that shot Detective Howard. So we're definitely going to talk about that topic of discussion. And you guys, make sure you checked out my last few videos. I dropped the Remembering Crown Camacho video yesterday. And also I dropped the Will Marvin Get the Italians to Take Out Tony Deep fan theory. Check those videos out, as well as the What to Expect video for episode 7, which will be airing on October 2nd. We will not be getting a new episode this week. Just a heads up for you guys that did not know. But let's talk about this topic of discussion. I try to put the videos together for you guys to just go over Sam's journey when it comes to this whole shooting of Detective Howard and Kanan. Now we know at the end of season 1, your boy Sam was out there. You know what I'm saying? He was high as a kite, but he saw Kanan leaving the crime scene, right? He was out there and he was telling the detectives that it was a younger guy or whatever. And he couldn't really remember every detail about, what this guy looked like. But in season 2, we continue to hear about Sam and, about him not knowing enough information. But in the last episode, Sam, he kind of showed us something else. His body language proved everything that we need to know. You know what I'm saying? When he looked at Kanan talking to Detective Howard in Crown, the look on his face told us like, okay, that's him. Now I remember the details. Now I know that was him that shot Detective Howard that night. I mean, you guys let me know, but that's exactly what I felt watching that. They showed that for a reason. They continue to bring up Sam's character every now and then, just telling us eventually that it's going to pop back up, right? So we know this is going to come back up very, very soon. So let's go over some of those predictions of what may happen and who will Sam end up talking to first. Because if he does remember, which I think he does now, is he going to go to Detective Howard and say, look, man, I know who shot you. You know what I'm saying? Or will he go to Detective Burke first? Now, if he goes to Howard first, that will probably be the best news that Howard could get. Because he's like, man, he came to me. Now I can try to do something to keep him from telling everybody else, right? If that happens, it could protect Kanan as well. But will it happen? Let's just be honest. Based on how this story is going, I would not be surprised if he has a conversation with Detective Burke. And if he does somehow go to, Detective Howard and, Kanan finds out, that means his life is probably on the line. You know what I'm saying? That man's going to have to do whatever it takes to survive. It's a risky thing for him to give that information up to somebody like Detective Howard and Kanan. Now, that's just my opinion because he can't really trust, at least Howard, he can't trust that this junkie is going to be, quiet. You know what I'm saying? That's probably not going to happen. And most likely Sam's going to want something out of it, right? Now, based on the description of this next episode, it states that Detective Burke will gain some traction in her investigation on Detective Howard. And based on how she's been moving, if she does find out or if Sam does talk to her, it would not be a surprise, as I stated earlier, because the way that she's been moving, I mean, eventually she's going to find out the truth. We've been talking about this since day one. She's going to find out exactly what went down with Detective Howard, and most likely he's going to have a lot of explaining to do. Detective Burke, she's putting herself at risk by doing this because Detective Howard's already told her, don't do it, just stay away. This is something that you do not have to worry about, right? And she's going to continue to dig, and he knows this. Detective Burke ain't going to stop. She will figure out the truth, and you know what I'm saying, there's going to be some bad endings for somebody by the end of the season, in my opinion. Now, when it comes to Sam being a problem, if he goes to Detective Burke or any other, officer of the law giving up this information, it's more likely to cause problems for Kanan, in my opinion. And I believe Detective Howard would do anything to protect his son. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say that maybe it's a risk factor for him opening up his mouth, which I think he is going to do. Now, we know this guy's a crackhead. You can't even take what he say serious. And he's saying that he saw the person out there. Who's to say that this guy is even telling the truth? And we're talking about in the perspective of an officer investigating this. I mean, how can you really believe this guy if he tells you, oh, it was Kanan, that's who I think it was. But then earlier you said you didn't know who it was. I mean, how do you know it was him in the first place? How can we take your word for the truth, right? But Kanan's name is getting thrown in there will be a problem. You do not want that to happen. And if it does happen, you already know somebody's going to pay for this. Now, you guys, y'all let me know. How do y'all see this all playing out? I told you guys, based on the way Detective Burke has been moving this season, most likely, in my opinion, I won't be surprised if she is the one that had that conversation with, the junkie Sam. And Sam starts to open up his mouth a little bit, which can cause some issues, or at least give Detective Burke more of, I would say, evidence or maybe just information that Kanan did have something to do with this, and Detective Howard is protecting him, right? And like I said, can't really take this junkie's word for anything. He's just talking with no proof. I mean, it's just hearsay, right? How can he actually prove it was Kanan? If they test Kanan's blood, that can be a problem, right? That can definitely be a problem. And it could clarify the story that Sam could tell. And that's if he does decide to open up his mouth, that Kanan was the one that shot Detective Howard. Now, like I told you guys, leave those different fan theories down below. We will continue to talk about Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 2. So stay tuned for the videos. And also, what do y'all think Rock would do if she found out about Sam knowing this information and possibly, opening up his mouth, causing some issues for Kanan? Do y'all believe Rock would go ahead and get rid of this dude? I mean, based on the way Rock's been moving, you just never know with her. But I would think she would do whatever it takes to protect her son. I guess we're going to find out. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.